Hello everyone, and welcome to Hucker's Hideout. Today we're checking out the pre-alpha build for Anvil Empires. This massively multiplayer game where thousands of players work together to build empires, wage war, and conquer each other in a persistent online world. Now, as we log back in, it's time to hop into day 2 and see how we do setting up our basics and trying to survive in this hostile world. Special thank you go out to a guy named Maydyn. He helped me learn the ways of cave mining, and it was very much appreciated. This video will be another post-commentary video with heavy editing, so let me know if you enjoy it with a like, comment, or a subscribe. Anvil Empires release date has yet to be announced, so stay tuned to the Anvil Empires Steam page for updates, and the link will be below. Now, please sit back, relax, and enjoy as we check out what's changed on day 2. Ooh, looks like our local city has grown. That's good to see. Oh yes, very much appreciated. Okay, let's ease in here and see how the day went. Looks like we can get our outfit on, our clothes. Very nice, thank you. Yes, we have backup clothes too. On it. Yeah, it was a successful day 1. If you didn't watch that video, go back and check it out. You can see we got pretty well set up with our little base right next to a town. And we feel safe next to their big walls. I have little wood walls, but they got the big ones. And yeah, it feels good. Like starting day 2, got to get some breakfast. You know, nothing like berries and meat. I wonder if that's a stew. But yeah, as you can see, we're pretty stockpiled up. So I'm gonna kind of focus today on mainly kind of trying to focus on, you know, the Smithy, because that's kind of our main goal for this wipe. I don't know what a test, because as you know, this is the pre-alpha build, so it's just like 7 days. It's open for a little testing and battling, and whoever wins, and it's just kind of for fun and to, you know, show the developers what they need to work on and what's working well. And I don't know, I really enjoyed the whole playthrough. It's a lot of fun. As you can tell, I was, you know, just trying to be a local smithy. I wasn't trying to, you know, move mountains or do anything too crazy. I was trying to manage my area. And yeah, I think I did pretty well because everything stayed standing, which, you know, sometimes in these persistent world games, you don't know if when you wake up in the morning, your base is going to be there. And so, yeah, it's good to see. It looks like we are talking to ourselves, thinking we got to go for iron. That's kind of our next move. So, like I mentioned earlier, there's going to be some cave mining in this episode. So let's get our torches started up. We're going to need those. Last time when we tried the cave, it was a little dark, I'll be honest, and spooky and scary. And so the more torches you have, the better. I would definitely recommend bringing like 4, but that was just me being overcautious, probably. It's always a good choice. But yeah, the crafting in this game is pretty simple. If you didn't see before, this is kind of how you do it. You put things in the inventory of the bench or workstation, whatever you're doing, and you just click the icon, and it kind of pops up with a craft time, and you can queue up a bunch in a row, and, you know, set it and forget it and walk away. And yeah, and just try to, you know, survive. You can see there's the repair bench, making sure it's stockpiled. Oh yeah, don't really need those in there. Okay, what are we going to build? Ooh, our shield. That's a good choice. If we're going into the spooky cave, maybe need a shield. Oh, there's a friendly running by. Hopefully he's on a grand adventure. Yeah, but the shield, I'm still not sure how good it is outside of like PvP combat. Like PvE, it was a hit or miss. You'll see what I mean. But it was definitely interesting using the shield against like wolves and stuff. That's kind of what I'm trying to see if there's any animals to go have a battle with, have a little training bout. But I don't see any. But yeah, like I mentioned, this episode is going to be kind of heavily edited. So let me know if you like it, and if you do, you know, great. If you don't, that's also fine, because it takes a lot of work, and I'm happy to do the work, but only if you guys want to see it. But yeah, here we go. I love playing this game, and I wish I had done commentary while playing it, but I was just a little sick under the weather, so I was kind of trying to focus on playing the game for like 7 days straight. And yeah, here we go. We're gonna finally make our first maneuver here. We're gonna start with doing a meat rack, and so this is kind of how you keep your meat from going bad, because there is spoilage time. I don't know if you noticed that while I was cooking, But if your raw meat stays too long, like in a box or something, it goes bad. And so you need to build this little bad boy. And so once you finish building this up, you can dry meat. And the meat drying actually has a pretty cool visual mechanic, which I really enjoyed. It kind of what does it look like? Well, we'll see in a second, but it's definitely very interesting what they chose to choose the meat to look like. And yeah, it's cool that everything has like its own little visuals. Like I really appreciated that. The battling. Let's get our meat on. Okay, we're finally grabbing some raw. You can see the little bar right there. And so yeah, once we put the meat in, you'll see it pop up on the actual meat rack and in its inventory, and it kind of looks like a little skinned rabbit. Even though that wasn't a rabbit, but that's kind of what the meat is. But yeah, I mean, it's still cool to have any visual at all. But yeah, now we have a full plethora of meals. We have all the different types. If you didn't see before, you have to eat a different type of food every time, kind of. Like it has a countdown for how long until you can eat that type of food again. And so we have a lot of different types. So yeah, now we're looking at our mine. We're gonna head down and check it out. And I'm not sure what to expect really. I like went into one before and I ran away quickly. So this is my first thinking I'm going to actually mine something adventure. I have my bronze tools and I'm ready. And this is where we're going to transition into some in-game commentary. Hello, my friend. Is there ore in here? I've never done this. Do we just chop until we get some? Oh, I see. You can see a little red tint. Okay. I'll keep digging. I do, but I left it at home. I'll be honest. I didn't know what to expect in here. I didn't know if it was going to be dangerous. Ah, okay. So you got to take the rock slabs home, and then you break it down. Okay. Oh wait, there's one with iron ore. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna come back with a cart. Are you sure? I live like right in town. Oh, thanks, man. And it's spooky in here. Oh my god. I brought like 4 torches. No cart though. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got all bronze shit, so now I'm on to the iron. This is me on the right. I'll just take 3 or whatever. Oh, thanks, man. Well, good luck on your adventures. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Probably back in the caves. Okay, awesome. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start getting into making swords and shit, but we'll see. Good luck. Thanks. Well, that was very nice having our friend Maydyn. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Help us. But now it's time to move on to our next adventure, which we need to get the smashing table. And so the smashing table is what we put the boulders that we just collected on. And so we got to get our iron little boulders and put them on here, and then we smash them up to make them into little iron fragments. And yeah, that's kind of you can automate this process. There is like a smashing plate automation thing. I forget exactly what it's called, but you can set it up to like a little turn wheel and, have it steadily smash. But it takes up a lot of room, and I don't have a lot of room, as you can tell. Building inside a city, you're very limited. But how you do it manually is you basically just grab a hammer. A flint hammer works. That's what I got. But the stronger the hammer, the more durability. You can see my durability goes down very quickly hammering these rocks, and it takes a fair amount of time to actually hammer one into the 3 fragments. It's nice though, each boulder actually breaks into 3 fragments. It's not just like 1 fragment per boulder, and so you actually get like a full iron ingot per boulder. So yeah, you can see our iron ore fragments. Now we take those and we put them into our little furnace, and the furnace needs fuel. And once I fuel her up, she will start cooking. And I'm going to use a branch. Nah, I'm not going to use a branch. Come on, I got to use this is the first iron ingot. We got to use some good stuff, the good wood. A wood plank. Oh, 3 minutes. You only need a minute. Well, I guess we got to get hammering. We got to hammer up some more rocks. All right, we got the other ones hammered up. Now we have the 2 iron ingots. Well, I guess there's going to be 3 iron ingots eventually. But yeah, we're just going to start with our 1. You can see we need an anvil. That's how you turn the iron ingots into stuff. We also need a quenching station. And I'm kind of looking through, seeing what our next move is, and a forge. So I'm looking at the forge first. It can be shaped into blades out of an anvil. So you have to heat up your metal ingots first, and then you can move them along. And so to do all that, though, I'm going to definitely need a little more space. So I'm trying to basically figure out my max amount of space here, and you don't have much. I can basically put out 4 more of these little foundations, and so I'm going to get to it, and I'll bring you back once I have it accomplished. You just got to fill in the roof here, the piece of the puzzle. If you need to go below the roof and then kind of raise it up into the hole, and it works better. But yeah, now you can see I have a little bit extra room to build. And so we'll see what I come up with. Give you a little base tour here now that we've accomplished the upgrades interior. You always got to be cooking food, though. Never forget. But yeah, you'll see I have a little bedroom off to the side here. Very nice, cozy. You got a little box with all my little extras in case I lose my stuff. I don't start from nothing. And yeah, I'm going to have a little forge area in that back corner, like the top right. Kind of, what is that? The southeast corner. And the northwest is kind of be my little crafting area. So you can see I fit in my furnace. And yeah, this is just another little expansion, like moving stuff around as I progress through the tech tree kind of thing. Because there's going to be more changes to be made, as always. These things always need to be changed and updated. But you can see I moved all my storage over here because this is going to be my main entrance. It's kind of closer to the city, I thought, and kind of looks more natural. And yeah, I like the look of this. Your local Smithy, he's right near the local gates. Just come and knock on the door. But yeah, I left all this weird extra room, as you noticed, because I actually have a little bit of a plan. Because while I was building, I was noticing that maybe we would want to automate these things eventually. The like smashing of blades and the, heating of a furnace. And so, yeah, we have the little gaps there. But to fill in the gaps, we have a little hammer. So this hammer will just hammer your ingots for you which is very nice. And then that's called the trip hammer, as you see. And then this one is the bellow. And so the bellow, as most people know already, goes right on your little furnace. And you can, or your forge, I mean, and you can cook up some ingots and get them to like higher temperatures. And so this is kind of the mechanic of how to fill up your quenching station. You can grab water from your local well. If you don't have your own well, you can just go and grab one from, the locals, because they actually automatically come back, which is nice. And the water bucket, you just left click it right in there. And now the water bucket's in there, and you can see visually it actually filled up with a little bit of water. So you can put multiple water buckets, but and it's not all fun and games inside the building. Sometimes you got to defend your base from the wolves. But actually, there is a purpose to killing animals. You need their resources to build stuff like animal fat and bones. Oh my gosh, I'm getting wrecked. And that's where I don't know how good the shield is, because the shield is very interesting. The shield sometimes is just. Oh, the corgi is freaking. Sorry if you hear him. He's having enemies outside, as most corgis do. But yeah, we will continue on with our crafting. As you can see, we're moving on up to bronze weapons now, bronze tools, fully all the way around. We only have really like a flint hammer and flint knife left, and you can kind of see that we're starting to heat up ingots and see how hot they can get. And without a bellows, you can see they can only get about 50% heat, which kind of makes it tough to actually forge stuff. That's something I learned pretty quickly, is that, yeah, when you're forging, the heat actually goes out steadily as you're hammering. And I couldn't really prove it, but I think the more you hammer, the quicker the heat goes away. But I'm not entirely sure. I didn't time it or anything. But yeah, you got to just stick it back in there, let it heat back up. It doesn't take that long, but it is annoying, kind of. You see, we have 2 more ingots waiting for us. That one's heating up. Oh gosh. Taking a little bit longer than I remember, I'll be honest. Oh god. Do 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 do. Probably people hate that song. But yeah, that's why I'm debating when we put in the bellows, but the issue is we don't have enough animal fat. So when we get enough animal fat, we will be able to move forward with that and maybe be able to hammer our blades longer. And the other cool thing with these mechanics is it actually matters when you quench a blade when you're forging, because you can hammer it all you want, and once it's animated fully and you can see the blade is fully stretched out there, you can put it in your quenching station, and depending on when you quench it is how high tier it is. You can see it's a 3 plus blade, and so that's the highest tier blade you can make, and it's all based on when I quenched it. So if you saw when the heat was a little bar down there and I quenched, that's how you get it. So I'm going to heat up the other ones and try to keep it going. And we're going to switch from the tool blade to make the other basic tools, because as you know, you should probably start with your tools if things break steadily. So we're going to go with iron axe, iron pickaxe. They both take axe blades, so that's our next choice. But we also still need to finish our iron tool here, our iron hammer. I know you want to do it. There's our wood blanks. So it takes a wood blank and a tool blade, and that's basically will make everything. But you can see that it took 2 blanks for that. But you can see it's making a 3-star hammer, which is perfect. Get that in our inventory, and now the durability will last a lot longer, and you use the hammer a lot. If you're manually doing anything in the smithy, you will need a hammer. I definitely think that was one of my best choices in the pre-alpha, was doing the hammer first. But you can see this is the mechanic of when the iron bar gets all the way down to cold, it turns back into a normal iron. So you got to keep it hot. Okay, now we're moving quick, but we gotta answer a call to battle. There's an enemy boat in the waters, so we're trying to hunt them down. As you can see, all I brought was a knife, which I don't know if that was the best choice for a manhunt. But sometimes you gotta manhunt with what you got. I got the call from, you can see deployed as reinforcement in the left, right below my health and stuff. And so once you get called for reinforcement, you can just kind of click on a base and you just pop on in. And I showed that in the last video, and it just lets you, kind of come and help where help is needed, because you don't really know when you're just being a smith where the battles are going on, but these guys do. And so you can kind of, be a show of force with your friends. And that's where it's definitely, you don't really notice you're playing with other people like until you try to play with other people. So if you want to be a solo, you can, and like interact with the people as much as you want, because I'm definitely mainly a solo player, but it's definitely fun to have your solo accomplishments matter, like to the grand scheme, because then you're here for that kind of stuff. Sniped. All right, back to the forge. We finally have enough for the bellows, so let's try to get the bellows so we can progress quicker with our smithing, because as you can see, it takes forever when you're just heating it up slowly. Oh yeah, we have some extra animal fat. That's brilliant. The other reason that the bellows was necessary is that to get the tier 3 axe blade, you actually need to quench it over 50% heat. So I didn't really want to make my axe blades before I could get tier 3 ones, because I don't know how much it matters for stuff, because you can't really see the stats, but it made me feel better. So yeah, we're going to try to heat it up with the bellows. And this is where I realized there's no way to manually turn this thing. I was thinking, oh, I'll just turn it with my hand, right? No, sirree, Bob. You need to get one of those big turning mills, If you've ever played like Conan Exiles or something, one of those, the slave mills. It's from Conan the Barbarian, if anyone loved that movie. I did. And here is our little turning wheel. It's not as brutal as Conan's, but, Oh, and while we're out on the hunt for more resources, you see we finally get to use our bow we just crafted. We got a new bow, which the bow is definitely interesting. It's pretty cool. It's kind of interesting when you hunt, because you can see he just kind of runs away when you shoot him. But the arrows take up a little bit of inventory space. You can see in the top left, 5 arrows per spot, so you can't really go overboard. And I would also say that like using the bow against animals was, it's better against like chickens and stuff, of course, but I don't think it's really wolf material. But maybe in a group you could have a bunch of guys, shoot them. But you see the wolf aggro's on me, and then it's like, oh, I'm in combat because I shot, so I can't run away. And then he's chasing me, and it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And I'm like, get an arrow out, shoot. I was like, rapid fire, here we go, finish him. And then he runs. I was like, oh really? How dare you, wolf? He'll get away. But I'm finally finishing my little power mill here. This the little Conan crank. But we'll try to crank it around and see how we do. You can see I struggled here for a little while. I didn't look at the bottom left. It says Q to mount and E to use. And I was like, what? How do I use it? How? Oh, Q. Okay. And you can see every time I turn, it turns the little wheel next to me. So I kind of have to connect stuff to that wheel. And that's where I realized you can't connect stuff through walls, which is kind of obvious, I guess, if you're thinking about it. But I was like, right here, you can see me just like, wait, there's a wall. So this is where you grab your power connection rope, and you can just plop it right on the, it kind of automatically snaps to like the things that it can. So it'll snap to like the wheel, and then it'll snap to the other wheel. But you'll see it's red because I can't build that through a wall. I thought I might as well try while I was here. But yeah, we're going to have to do another reorganization. As always, there's always, something you got to change. So I'll bring you back once we've reorganized this section again. All right, here we are cranking our power mill. Everything goes round, round, round. You can see it's still spinning even after I leave, which is kind of nice. So you can kind of play with that as you can. But we finally have them fully heated. You can see the little heat bar in the left of the icon is full. And so we are going to try to turn these into some axe blades, some top tier axe blades, which they take a little extra work because they need to be quenched at over 50%, like I was saying. I can't remember the exact, it's like 65%, something like that. You can kind of tell on the icon. It doesn't give you a percentage. You just gotta feel it. That's part of being a master smith, you know. But yeah, you can pause the video when I quench them to see when it's a good temperature. But I usually get tier 3 ones. I try to. So yeah, it's like right at the like bottom left corner of the top of the axe, kind of right there. Yeah, boop. Oh, I would have done it by now. How my post Hucker is saying do it. Okay, there we go. Yes, tier 3, just as we hoped. But yeah, you can see that is basically the day 2. We got a whole smithy set up to produce iron tools. We'll get to iron weapons and stuff later, but we started with the iron tools, and now we can start really upping our production and try to sell it to the market. You know, maybe upgrade our status in the town. But yeah, after these are done crafting, we will be fully ironed up. Our body armor is still leather, but I mean, you can see it's kind of expensive. I'm going through right now. You got to get thick leather and stuff, and I don't even know where to get that yet. It's from like bears and animals that are at the front line. But yeah, we're fully ironed, and now it'll take a lot more durability to damage these. Basically, you can hammer a lot more and axe cut and do all that good stuff. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this day 2 adventure. It's only going to get better. It's only going to heat up. I've given little tastes of combat, but in the coming days, there's more and more. Everyone was trying to set up in the first couple, and then after they had it all set up, they were like, it's time to battle. Call the Battle Brothers. And we all showed up. But yeah, if you enjoyed, hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time on the next great video. Have a good day.